Hi everybody, it's your girl Tofu. Today we are looking at Game of Thrones episode 3, season 1. Let's get into it. Do, 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 do. The theme song is so catchy. Like, I've only watched 2 episodes and it's like I'm already singing along. Like, does it... Wait, don't answer that question. I was about to ask, does the theme song change? Do they switch it up in like next season or something? Because I'd be devastated. Because this music is like low-key fire. I enjoy it tremendously. I would be so immensely disappointed if they changed it. Literally, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I got my water. I got my snack. I am ready for this. Yes.
People have been swinging at me for years, but they always seem to miss.
Choosing your opponents wisely, then.
I have a knack for it.
What is with their rivalry? Like, did something happen between them, or are they just like clashing for no apparent reason at all? So Prince Charming literally watched Boromir's father and brother die with 500 other people and no one stopped it? Wait, hold up. Was that guy, Maze Runner, Scorch, Trials, Cast? Oh! Yeah, so he is in Game of Thrones. I'm so good at this. I'm bad at names, but I can remember faces. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
No doubt Lady Catelyn has mentioned...
Who's Catelyn? First of all, what a weird way to say Catelyn. Like, I'm thinking Caitlyn. Wait! No, wait. Oh, wait. Caitlyn. That's Boromir's wife's name, isn't it? Caitlyn? No, maybe it's Catherine. I'm trying to see drama. There's no drama yet. I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
Okay, you know how, like, the last 2 episodes I was saying that maybe he's a good king, but he's just a really shitty husband? It turns out he's kind of a bad king, too.
Ow, please, it's nearly healed.
It's not even that big of a dog bite. Like, fucking look at that. Like, my cat does that to me on a daily fucking basis. What is this little bitch complaining about?
Someday, you'll sit on the throne and the truth will be what you make it. And if you don't like her, you only need to see her on formal occasions and when the time comes to make little princes and princesses.
That is horrible advice for a parent to give to their child. She's basically enabling his shitty behavior that we saw in the last episode. His brattiness, she is the one enabling it. I just thought he was like this out of control bitch boy, but it turns out she's enabling his bratty behavior. No.
And if you'd rather fuck painted whores, you'll fuck painted whores. And if you'd rather lie with noble virgins, so be it. You are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be.
She's literally the worst mother ever. Are you guys fucking watching this? Game of Thrones. How not to parent a child. Jesus Christ. I can't.
A good king knows when to save his strength.
She's kind of grooming him in a way, and she's giving him god-awful advice, but at the same time, she's also, call me crazy, but I think she's really, really smart, but she's incredibly weak when it comes to her children. Like, I think her one weakness in her life is gonna be this little shit, but I think she's a smart woman. Oh, I don't know how to feel.
Enough of that, young lady. Eat your food.
I'm practicing.
Practicing for what?
The prince.
That's for you, love.
She can be like, I'm too old for dolls.
Don't you like it?
I haven't played with dolls since I was 8.
Wow, so predictable. Obviously, for this time period, it makes sense that he wouldn't be around his daughters that often. He was off always doing things, being a lord or whatever, and serving in wars and stuff. Obviously, the mother would raise the children, but it's interesting that he's trying to bond with them now that he kind of like is in a position where he has to, but he's so awkward about it, and then there's resentment from his eldest daughter that, like, he doesn't really know her. As soon as he gave her that doll, I just knew she'd be kind of like a shit about it, you know, and it just breaks my heart. He's, like, making an effort, and I think that's so sweet that he's, like, trying, you know? I'm wondering if he bonds better with the small one than the eldest daughter. I actually think he's able to connect with Arya better. He's a guy. He went off and fought wars, and he's the one who's been holding swords for years and years, and he's a fighter. So the fact that he kind of sees that same kind of mentality in his youngest daughter, I think they're just able to bond better.
I asked Micah to practice with
Is
me.
Micah the butcher's boy?
It was my fault.
Oh.
Sweet girl, no. She must take his side, even when he's wrong.
But how can you let her marry someone like that?
He's like, shit, you got me there. What's best for, what's her name? Sansa. He wants what's best for her, and he thinks that she'll actually be the most safe in a position of power, like being Joffrey's queen. Like, I honestly think that Boromir thinks that that's like the safest position for her to be in, and that's why he's like supportive of that. Also, the king didn't really give him a choice.
But now winter is truly coming, and in the winter, we must protect ourselves.
Protect themselves, because there's just going to be like less food and like less resources in the winter, right? Like, if they're in like the king's household and they're going to marry into the king's family, they're going to have resources at their disposal. They're not going to starve. They're going to like have enough. It's going to take care of their family, because like by extension, the current queen, who is fucking her brother, Prince Charming, has kind of a position of power because of his relationship to the queen. So if Sansa becomes queen, that means that by extension, the rest of her family will kind of be safe. Like her brother, who just woke up out of like a coma, and any of her other siblings, right? Like, that's kind of what I think Boromir's thinking when he's kind of like coming to terms with all these plans, making these plans, explaining it to Arya. I'm desperately trying to remember their names. I swear. I know it's bothering some of you that I like call them by different names, so I'm like making an effort, you know? Arya and Peter Dinklage are probably my favorite characters.
I know a story about a boy who hated stories.
Sounds like a great story right there.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Oh, sorry, that was really gross. But she just said sweet summer child, and I have gotten so many comments from you guys saying, oh, you sweet summer child, and I just thought that was really funny, and now I know like what you guys are kind of referencing.
And women smothered their babies rather than see them starve.
She's just a picture of happiness, isn't she?
What Maester Lewin says about my leg.
Oh, is he paralyzed?
I'd rather be dead.
Don't ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
He's imaginative, he's adventurous, he loved climbing, so he loved like movement and athletic activities, and now he's fucking paralyzed. And oh, that's so sad. Oh, he's slimy. This guy who was in Maze Runner Scorch Trials, he's a slime ball. I do not trust him for a second. And I also don't trust this kind of tubby guy who was in the council, Valeries or whatever. I don't trust him either. I don't trust any of you.
I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister.
Peter Dinklage? Peter Dinklage killed the little boy, or tried to? Does Boromir know that his wife is here? And is the slime ball gonna tell him or nah?
My wife is in Winterfell.
Is she?
He did tell him. And he doesn't know. I ask all these questions and they get answered like 2 seconds after I ask them.
Ned!
I'm sorry, that was just funny.
Ah, the Starks. Quick tempers, slow minds.
Oh, and I suppose you have a very quick mind, sir. We'll see. We'll see. I have doubt, Slimeball.
Broke my nose, busted.
It's an improvement.
That burned.
What you looking at, Halfman?
They're so disrespectful. Doesn't he outrank all of these low peasants or whatever? Like, they're still so disrespectful to him because of his size. Everyone is so mean in this. Just be nice to each other, please.
He was given a choice, his right hand or the wall.
I actually think that's such a good system. Like, if you're just a criminal, like, you have to go fight. Like, that's your option. Like, you can get something chopped off or die, or you can join the wall watchers, knights people. Like, I actually think that's such a good system. Like, what if we offered that to criminals in our own prison system? Like, what if it's like, join the army, contribute to society, or die? Like, I think that would be so effective for reform. Actually, that's probably a really dumb idea, but like, it's an idea. Like, think about it. It seems like a good idea to me. Like, instead of just enabling criminals to just stay the way they are or whatever, like, what if it's like, you can either go to university, you can join the military, or you can get your dick chopped off? Like, what if those are your 3 options when you commit a crime? Think about it. Like, it works. Like, it's a good motivator. Like, they obviously chose the Night's Watch over death or any other sort of punishment. And, like, what if we did that in our own country? Food for thought. Food for thought.
He tells his father what he saw.
We'll say he was lying. We'll say he was
Yeah,
dreaming. We'll
I don't
say
know. If I was Queenie over here, I wouldn't be concerned at all. Like, who's gonna take the word of a 10-year-old child over me, the queen of everything? Like, literally nobody. Sorry, I'm interrupting a lot, but she looks distinctly uncomfortable in his arms sometimes, which is so weird because, like, they smash in, but she just looks uncomfortable, doesn't she? Like, it's so interesting. I wonder if there's, like, some manipulation on the brother's part to, like, making her do this. Or maybe she just feels so unloved and unhappy in her own marriage, she's just, like, willing to seek comfort wherever it's closest to her. And where it's closest happens to be, oh, right next to me, her brother. Like, I think that he actually has, like, love feelings for her, but I think she just wants any sort of comfort. Like, it's not, it doesn't have to be him. And that's just, like, look how uncomfortable she looks. Like, that's just the vibe I'm getting. I could be, like, super, super wrong, but, like, it just seems like she's latching on to the closest thing near to her, but, like, he actually has feelings for her. It's so weird to be dissecting an incestual relationship, but here I am doing it. Probably incorrectly, too. They're so cute. Oh my god, you guys. I feel like, okay, oh my god, I'm so sorry. We're never gonna get anywhere with this season. It's gonna take me a full year to finish this show. Anyway, I think it's so beautiful to see the Starks and the way that they view love, as opposed to someone like the king and the queen who don't have love in their relationship, and the way that the queen is bringing up her son Jeff, that, oh, well, you don't really have to see your wife, like, it doesn't really mean anything, you can have, like, whores or whatever. I think it's so interesting to see those two different sides of love, because I think the king and queen's relationship was probably more like of a standard, like, more standard for this time period, whereas it's rare to find something like Catherine and Boromir where they're just kind of, like, actually in love and actually care for each other and actually have affection and loyalty. I think it's so interesting to see the stark differences between the two families. I'm so funny!